One of the absolute funniest things I've seen on my television screen in years was last year's roast of Tom Brady. It was remarkable. And it made, I mean, Nikki Glaser was already popular, but that made her a superstar.
Yeah.
Like that made her an absolute superstar.
She was an MVP for sure.
She killed that. Still my favorite joke from last year, because I'm a big, that era of the Patriots fan, and Rob Gronkowski was there. And she's like, everybody always makes fun of Rob, but you know what? Rob's not nearly as slow and stupid as dumb as you look and sound and are. It was just like one of the best lines ever. Anyway, the other day they did their next big roast again from the what do they now call the stadium where the Lakers used to play?
Oh, Staples?
No, it's not Staples.
The old
Crypto.
No, Crypto is the old Staples Center, but it's out the Kia Forum.
The
Is that
Forum.
it? The Forum.
Oh, okay.
The Forum.
Yes, out at the Forum. And they did the roast of Kevin Hart, who of course hosted the Tom Brady roast last year. And so Ann and I sat down to watch it last night. And while it was not overall as good or overall as funny as the Tom Brady roast, it was still pretty damn good. It was really good and really funny. And again, not as over the top funny, whatever, and a little, but I will say edgier jokes they did at this one. And I gotta tell you, I had a really, really great time. And I gotta see if I can find this one list of quotes that Tom Brady said, because they started it off with Tom Brady coming out to get like revenge, they said. And I got to see if I can I want to make sure I get this line right.
It was when he came out, it was savage.
Oh, it was absolutely
savage.
Okay. Here's the thing he said. He said, Brady also took shots at the folks who were waiting to roast Hart on stage, because they have everybody who's going to be doing the roasting sits on stage. Tom Brady. So they made some jokes about it wasn't a big A-list group up there like there was for Tom Brady's. So Tom Brady comes and says, Tom Brady also took shots at the folks waiting to roast Hart on stage. He said this: "Look at this pathetic group. I guess it wouldn't be a Kevin Hart project if it wasn't a shitty sequel. You got Cheryl Underwood, Big J Okerson, Naeem Lynn. Who the fuck are these people and how did they get here? I thought they shut down Spirit Airlines."
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. And we were talking before the show started today, Jeff Ross, again, who orchestrates, he's the maestro of all roasts, right? So he comes out, there he is in his Axel F red leather outfit. He comes out and he killed. He absolutely killed. He did this one joke where he goes, we all love Kevin. He goes, we've loved Kevin ever since Michael dangled him over that balcony. I'm like, oh my God. But then, man, some of it got so edgy. And you know what? I was watching it and like, there was one comedian up there whose husband had committed suicide and died. And they were taking shots at the fact that her husband had killed himself. I'm like, what? But here's the funny thing. They would do these jokes that were so on the line. And my first reaction was, oh, but then I realized, oh my God, that's really funny. And everybody on stage were taking these savage shots at each other, but they were all, including the butt of the jokes, they were all just having a blast and all just having such a really great time. They even had this one, like this right-wing MAGA dude up there, and they had him in there too. And they were taking shots at him and he took shots. And you know what it reminded me of? It was such a fun-spirited thing. Even Cat Williams came out, who of course Kevin Hart and Cat Williams.
Brutal. I mean, I never thought he would ever appear.
Hated each other forever. And Cat Williams had some great lines, man. He said this. He goes, Kevin Hart has stolen so much for me that before he became famous, he was a 6'3" white man.
Oh, God.
But Cat Williams came out, but then him and Kevin Hart like buried the hatchet like on stage, and like Kevin Hart's like, man, I am so impressed that guy would even just show up and come do that. Like it was great, right? It was such a joyous thing. But then I woke up this morning and I read a bunch of headlines. This comedian made this shocking joke, and this comedian made this shocking joke, and like outrage at the, and I'm like, that wasn't the spirit in which I watched it. And, you know, it made me think of this quote that I once heard the guys from South Park say, and it's always stuck with me. They originally brought up this thing when they were having all that drama going on with the, I forget the name of the actor who did the voice of Chef, but
Oh, Isaac Hayes.
yeah. And when they had that big kind of falling out thing, but they said this one thing, and it's always kind of stood out to me. They said, you can either laugh at everything or you can't laugh at anything. And I thought, and that just thought came back to my head. Now there's a difference between, you know, laughing with and like the point of your humor to be cruel. And I never got that sense at all. As savage as some of the jokes were, they never once came across to me as the intention of this is to harm. Like I never got that. Even Tom Brady came out, because by the way, really conspicuous by her absence was Nikki Glaser. That how they did not have Nikki Glaser on this, especially since her Kevin Hart are so tight, and she's in town doing like 3 Netflix is a joke appearances right now, but whatever. But Tom Brady comes out on stage. He goes, "Oh my God, Nikki Glaser looks like shit." And then he looks over and goes, "Oh, what's her name?
Chelsea Handler.
Chelsea Handler." Goes, "Oh, sorry, that's you, Chelsea." Like, I just like, but it always came across as meant in fun. Right? Even the conservative dude who got up there, it came across as meant in fun. Everybody came across as meant in fun. Even when they were taking huge shots at Kevin Hart's crack addict dead father. One of the funniest moments of the night. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson comes out. He goes, you know, one of the things Kevin and I bond over is we both, in recent years have lost our dads. And, you know, you felt this solemn moment come over the crowd, right? And Dwayne Johnson goes, my dad was a giant among men. And this big picture of Rocky Johnson comes up on the screen, right? And if you don't know, Dwayne Johnson's dad was a professional wrestler by the name of Rocky Johnson. And it was a living comic book superhero. Like, if you think The Rock is big, like his dad was this monster, good looking, like man, right? Oh, there's a picture of him. That's not even him at his biggest. That's Rocky. That's The Rock's dad. But so he has this picture of goes, and you know, Kevin lost his dad too. And he brings up a picture right beside his dad's picture of Kevin Hart's dad, who was shirtless, like on a boat, looking all scrawny and haggard. And it was just, the timing of it was so good and so great. And, you know, I remember after last year's Tom Brady roast, some people saying, oh, some of this stuff is just way too over the line. And I don't know, man. Like I just watched it and I saw all these people finding common ground and laughing together. And I don't know. For me, I thought it was very cathartic. Now, would I ever do one of these shows? No, I can't. I couldn't handle it. I don't have the skin for that. With these people being willing to get up on stage is crazy brave to me. But I mean, I watched it and I came away from it feeling like it was just a big celebration. And I really had a good time with it. I thought it was absolutely, again, not quite as good as the Tom Brady one, but it was still quite good. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, Hims. You know, one of the hardest things about trying to lose weight is just figuring out what actually works. Because we've seen them all. There are a million trends, diets, and gimmicks out there, and honestly, it can get overwhelming. And that's why weight loss by Hims really stands out. Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill at its lowest price ever and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever and only GLP-1 available in a pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. And the process is extremely convenient. Everything happens online. You connect with a licensed provider who determines if treatment is right for you, and if prescribed, your medication gets delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/Campea to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Campea. hims.com/Campea. Based on advertised cash price for 30-day supply of medication only. Membership required, fee not included, and billed separately. Weight loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk A.S. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. I know you didn't have a chance to watch the whole thing, but you did see some of it.
I did
right?
see. I saw some clips of it because it was pre-recorded. I've always loved these roasts, and I have to say, I think back to the British comedian Jimmy Carr. He's very dapper.
Yes.
He was doing one of these roasts years back, and I've seen his clip many times. When he's talking about, he says Pete Davidson's here, and he says, Pete Davidson's father was a great hero, and he of course he was a great hero, and he perished in the Twin Towers in 2001.
Because his dad was a firefighter.
Yeah, but this isn't the roast. This isn't the roast of Pete Davidson's father. That was in 2001. And then they cut to Pete Davidson. I mean, he literally made a joke about Pete Davidson's dad burning up in the Twin Towers, and even Pete Davidson said he has to admire. He goes, you know what? That was dope. Because that was such a savage shot. But these comedians all know why they're there.
They're part of that organization.
And the more savage these things are, everyone knows nothing is off limits. And in a way, there's an art to it. If you can come up with a savage joke that actually is clever and shows that there's an intellect behind the joke, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
And
they did just such a great job with it, I thought. The one thing, Gillis, what's the comedian's name? He hosted it last night.
Yeah, and he's had some great.
He had some good
savage
ones. Yeah, he's not as good of a host as Kevin Hart was last year, but he had this one joke where he says, when you see Kevin standing next to a bunch of his black friends, he looks like the period at the end of a sentence. But maybe the best one was Dwayne Johnson when he goes, Kevin and I are brothers. Like, I even just got a tattoo of him on my dick. It's life-sized. And then he points at Kevin Hart's wife and goes, I'll show it to you later. And then Kevin's like, what are you saying? And he goes, I'm just kidding. She's seen it many times. And I'm just like, oh my God. Anyway, I love this stuff. I thought it was just all delightful chaos and nonsense.
But it's also, we've had a hard time in our culture with humor lately, and there's the idea that comedians won't play colleges anymore. And I like seeing the fact that these comedians all get together and they're willing to go for broke. And there's like an esprit de corps of all this. They all know what they're doing. They all know why they're there. And the fact that they're all good sports about it is, to me, it's sort of, like you said, cathartic. It's kind of uplifting in a way.
Yeah, so I thought it was great. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Did you have a chance to see the Kevin Hart roast on Netflix? Again, I don't think it was quite as good as the Tom Brady one. The absence of Nikki Glaser, you could really feel it. Like that one hurt, but I still thought overall it was a lot of fun, and my wife and I laughed a lot at it. Anyway, whatever you guys thought, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.